Hey guys, I figured it was time I updated everyone on all the stories I've mentioned in the videos. Maybe not all of them, but I'll try my best. The Jesus guy, or Lord Stephen Christopher, was some random person I stumbled upon. I met him on a website called Vaughn.tv back in 2011, where he claimed all sorts of psychobabble. He blamed the earth for his smoking, something about how the way he was born made him less powerful. He mocked people who assumed when the world would end, then drone off about how the earth was concave. He would say that Paul McCartney was supposed to have been killed a long time ago and he had a double made of him. But his theory is they both lived, and I don't care to elaborate because it's insane. The guy is a complete nutcase, but he's highly entertaining. The Fullerton story happened while I was still moving, but a buddy of mine told me about it and shared the news report. If you live around Orange County and Los Angeles County, California, the only reliable news sources are KCAL 9, Public Broadcasting, and the Spanish channels. But I don't speak Spanish, so fuck it. I just think it sucked because that horse girl should have got life. Same with the two guys, because if they never met that horse girl, everyone would still be alive. Oh, and I stumbled across Jara White, that was in 2017 when they released some Rumeric World stuff with Inuyasha. Then I found his video where he promoted Ranma getting pregnant, and that was a complete turnoff. I should have known he was retarded after seeing a video of him, plus DJ Clive is still a chicken shit for not calling him out after all these years. The Beast's Fury game was an obvious scam made back in 2015. I heard about that after the project was over, I think it was in 2016 when I heard about it. But I wanted to document it. Lord Dirk, or Patrick Stannard, was a scumbag. Last I heard, he worked on some Castlevania project, and I haven't heard shit else. Everyone who was part of that scam ended up throwing their profits away, but I still think it was scummy for them to rip people off. My deleted video. The video I had about Tora, Growly, or Daniel Lamas was removed. I think it was because I found out he had a favorite Foursquare hangout at Chuck E. Cheese's. I didn't even mention that it's against the law for him to own anything remotely flashy to kids. Like a large ball, a teddy bear, or a fursuit. Not to mention, the hangouts were within 500 feet of schools. But hey, you would think someone who is a registered sex offender, an idiot who broke the fucking law, would avoid hanging out at parties near schools or daycare centers. Anyways, I heard about him in 2012 when furries wanted him banned from conventions and parties. Everyone knew he was a sex offender, all ages went to the conventions and parties, but nobody did anything about it. Most people defended him, saying it was years ago, it's the past, and he changed. Well, he got arrested in 2019, but the whole bullshit about him was he continued flirting with minors on the internet. I'm not a police officer, I'm not a lawyer, but I think he should have been monitored the entire time, and Dragoneer sure fucked up on that. Whatever, they pulled my video because of violent criminal organizations. The most popular video I have is about James Farnsworth, and just to make it clear, the reason why I know he lied about the situation is because I called that Brittany Sanchez worker at Chevron. When I contacted her, she had no idea about that GoFundMe campaign. She barely knew the guy, and he wasn't a manager. So it was obvious that James Farnsworth, or Pretzel's Collie, was the one who created that GoFundMe account. The Brittany Sanchez lady thought she might get in trouble, but I assured her that she didn't make the account and he spelled her name wrong. That guy just lies. It's why I had fun with his idea of him using dried ice, because it was his focal point to prove it was an accident. Even his gay boyfriend knew he was full of shit. I'm sure he wasn't cool living with someone who had an amputee fetish, plus James Farnsworth claimed it was his day to come out the closet. This kind of pissed me off, but I was already balls deep in the story. I mainly claimed he was part of that BIID community because he was. The only reason how we know he was part of it was because his Facebook account was visible to the public. Soon as he made it private, unfollowed people associated with body disorders or amputees, he denied having anything to do with it. So much like his reply to this stranger, it's obvious he fucked up and blames it on pain from riding motorcycles. Which is strange because there's no pictures of him riding a motorcycle. Zero in his gallery, but he claims he rode them all his life. Isn't it strange how easily you can call bullshit on him? It sounds like he just hated his Chevron job, he could have found a better job, but now he lives off disability. Instead, he looks like an asshole the way he thrives off his disability, regardless if he intentionally caused it. He claims that he moved, he got a new job, but the actual situation was he lost his house. I think his dad might own the property, so it's not a real loss if he got kicked out. His new income is far too low to be a homeowner, and much like I mentioned about his ugly boyfriend, he has a new ugly boyfriend because opening up to his dad about being gay was just a ruse. But hey, it's his life, and he can do what he wants with it. Except, he's unable to use chopsticks. He's basically a Tyrannosaurus Rex when he wants to jerk off. That life must suck. I heard about Alan Greenwald from a friend I think, back in 2010. The only thing that's bad is he thinks he's a veteran. But he's harmless, no matter how tough he tries to be, he always looks like a pussy. Otherwise, he's just a dumb fuck collecting disability from the US government for falling off playground equipment. I just can't figure out how he hasn't been banned by furries. He obviously didn't return all the money he took from people. I guess they just forgot, but that's also why Dragoneer is scummy too. Darius Leo Gator, or Darius Koopa, goes under the radar because people don't know him. He's the scumbag that time forgot. I heard about him when he was active, hence how I had his images. He lied about his mom and grandma dealing with cancer, accepted donations until someone called him on his bullshit. They found out his real name was Edgar Martinez and decided it was worth the money to look him up. Then someone found out where his family lived, and his mother was fine. She didn't get shot, didn't have cancer, and the grandma was still alive without cancer. That fat piece of shit was hard to find because Dragoneer, or someone else who runs the site, decided to delete his shit. It erases history. I don't think anyone should delete their pages, especially scumbags who commit a crime. But hey, that's on them. If they sweep that black eye under the rug, it's their problem. Let's see, Summercat is still a pussy. The chick prostituting herself is sad, but that's what happens when people are supported beyond their own means. That's just how it is, 1 minute you're a dark Joker wolf guy, the next you're a prostitute. Mikey the Little is still a scumbag, along with that baby fur crowd. I really don't know how people can live with doing that stuff. Tato is a really strange case. Last I heard she had some potato name and glorifies the Holocaust. I still think Dragoneer is bullshit or someone who's a moderator on Fur Affinity. The fact you can hide and now delete your page is screwy. That pretty much wraps things up. I've just been busy working, but not too busy to make videos. Feel free to leave comments, and sadly, not all of them show up. It's probably an issue with YouTube, but the comment system sucks. I'm sure it'll figure itself out, but until then. Stay safe my friends. I know I keep saying this pandemic will end soon, and I hope nobody gets sick from it. Oh, and most importantly, wash your hands. It's better safe than sorry, and I wouldn't like to find out anyone got sick. Take care, and I'll see you next video.